I'm Rowley. I'm on my adventure again, and I'm in a small village in Derbyshire called Quarndon. I'm on a pilgrimage to revisit one of my favourite places as a child. As a teenager, I often walked alone from my parents' home in Duffield to Bunkers Hill, in Quarndon, of course. Sometimes late in the evenings or weekends, I just used to go sledging. It felt like a little adventure, lit by moonlight and the thrill of the snow and being alone. My dad used to tell me how Bunkers Hill got its name. He believed it came from a home guard building bunkers there during the war, ready to fire at enemy planes. I believed him, of course, because he was my dad, and his stories were part of growing up. Years later, I found a book in a charity shop that offered other ideas. A chapter on Bunkers Hill explained that places on the outskirts of towns, like it once was, were often given borrowed names from faraway places. One ferry looks and links into Bunkers Hill in Boston, Massachusetts, the site of a famous 1775 battle in the American Revolution. Others point to its geology. Maps show the hill was rich in coarse sandstone, worked for gravel in the 18th century. Records mention thousands of wagon loads used for the building of local roads. These excavations left hollows or bunkers, which could also explain the name. The area has also seen bombs in World War II, being considered a potential hill fort, as was once known as Oakley Moor. In the 19th and 20th centuries, it was a popular spot for picnics and Jubilee bonfires. Two great beech trees once crowned its summit, visible for miles until a gale brought them down in the 1930s. Whatever their origin, Bunkers Hill remains for me a place of memory, sledging down frozen slopes, stories in the dark, and standing at the top to take in a timeless view across the Derwent Valley. Some places, like stories, stay with you. poem written on this visit by me. Bunker's Hill, where grasses sway, the echoes of a past still play. In whispered winds and rustling trees float fragments of old reveries. Footsteps worn on weathered stone, laughter lost, yet none alone. The scent of dusk, the cry of lark, the recall of firelight in the dark. Now silence holds the battered land, but ghostly voices softly stand, not gone, just resting in the air, just resting in the air, where memory and wind still share. So I do hope you enjoyed this pilgrimage with me, and you're enjoying the pleasant sunrise early in the Quarndon outskirts of Derby. So thank you for watching, and I do hope to see you again.
But before you disappear, I want to mention the academic paper I wrote on the subject. This academic paper explores the historical, cultural, and topographical significance of Bunkers Hill in Quarndon. Drawing on archival research, oral history, and landscape analysis through a multidisciplinary lens, the study examines the origins of the hill's name, investigating theories ranging from wartime fortifications by the Home Guard during World War II to its possible connection with the Battle of Bunker Hill in the American Revolutionary War. The paper also considers geological records that document extensive quarrying of coarse sandstone in the 18th century, which may have contributed to the term bunkers through the formation of landscape hollows. By tracing the evolution of local memory and place identity, the paper situates Bunkers Hill as a site where folklore, personal recollection, and material history converge, revealing how rural landscapes preserve both fact and fable in equal measures. So, I do hope you visit my academic webpage and please subscribe and tell me what your thoughts are on the subject, what I've written about. So thank you for watching and see you again.